Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Are you one of those people who hold your tennis racket only one way? Does it affect anything? Does it affect spin? Stay tuned. All right, guys, good morning. I'm sure it's morning somewhere. Hopefully it's morning somewhere where, I don't know, you are, because it's morning here. And my hot brew dark roast coffee of the day sponsor is Dan today. Thank you, Dan, for hooking it up and keeping me awake. These early mornings are not my cup of coffee, but thank you for keeping me up and keeping me going. If you want to sponsor my Hot Cup of Joe Dark Roast of the Day network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. Thank you guys in advance. All right. So I'm actually going to grab a racket here. Let's grab a banana. I want a banana for breakfast. Okay. You guys see all the pros. Maybe yourself. Everybody does this deal, right? They do the spinny. All right. I do it too sometimes. You probably do it, you don't even know you're doing it, right? It's it's an unconscious kind of a thing that you do. I find that I'm looking for the flat spot. I'm looking for the flat spot in here to hit my palm. So even though I spin it like this, I'm trying to find not the one that bumps up a little bit, but the flat one. Question is actually from Wade James. And his subject is question about string bed wear. He asks, does hitting with the same side of the string bed cause unusual wear issues? I play with a Pro Staff 97 with yellow/red throat logo, always up, always on forehands, and balls always strikes the yellow side of the string bed, while backhands always strikes the red side of the string bed. Always. Will my tennis OCD cause unusual string wear patterns? Should I try to use both the up and the down side of the string bed? I appreciate your expertise and YouTube channel. Thank you. Wade James from Ludington, Michigan. Okay. All right, Wade. Thanks for that question. So every racket has a flat side and kind of a not so flat side. So it's a little kind of bumpy there, as you can say. It's a little lifted. I don't know if you can see that. And then this is the flat side. So every grip has a start and then it has to come around. And unfortunately, unlike one of those, I guess, water grips that you could just slap on, or racquetball players out there, you put the grip on, like a sleeve, there wouldn't be like a flat side and a round side. But because we roll a grip on, right, there's a starting point, and you'll never be able to make both of the sides, flat, or both of the sides round. There will always be a side that's flatter than the other. Believe me, I've tried. Okay, so as I was saying, when you go like this, right, even Fed, when he does this, he's looking for the flat side because that's the more comfortable side in his palm. And that's probably the side that you want your forehand to sit on. Because at least that's me. I mean, some of you probably want the rounded side, So that's pretty natural. That's pretty natural. As far as string patterns go, I'm actually going to have to get a prop for you. Give me a second. All right, so I'm back, and I'm back with Fed's racket here. Now, as you can see with Fed's stringalings, they're not symmetrical on both sides. As you can see from the 4th string down, right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. It starts on the 4th one. On this side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1 extra on that side. And if you skip this cross and go down 1, it's a little harder to see here on this one where the stencil is. You can only see a stringaling here, here, and here. Will end there, will end there. It's the opposite of what those are. And again, on this particular cross, there's 1 extra on this side, whereas on this side, it's 1 over on that side. Okay? What does that tell you? What does that tell me? That tells me that Fed holds it one way. So as you can see by even Fed's racket here, that he's looking for the flat spot or the bumpy spot. Let me see if I can see on his racket which side the bumpy spot would be. It's hard to tell right now. I think that's the flat spot, but that's also sitting on the thing. But definitely he knows, or at least the stringer knows, or at least there's some kind of communication between him and the stringer that he holds it in a certain way, because his guy puts on that grip too. So every time he strings, he gets a fresh grip on too. So there has to be a way that his stringer, when putting this on, knows that this is like that. Remember I told you guys that when you're stringing a racket, logo up, at least for those discerning people that are super critical about how they want it. You know who you are. So if you just logo it up, your string drop will be consistent every time. So I'm sure it's logo up, over grip same way, strung the same way. Therefore, if you look at logo up and you put the stringalings on, you know where to put them. And you know Fed's always going to be on that flat side. Now, will it cause unusual wear though? Yeah. So think about it this way. If you hit a forehand, if you hit a forehand like this, you wear out, let's say, the backboard, right? And so therefore, if you're driving it this way, it moves like this, right? The strings will be going that way, the mains going that way. When you, let's say, turn it to hit a backhand, you actually didn't flip it. You didn't flip it the other side. So the strings will still be going that way. So your whole string bed will be going that way. So what's going to happen when you wear out your strings or when it gets loose? You're going to be straightening them back out this way. I think it's too hard to really control, and it's way too much OCD if you're going to try to analyze string wear. Because out there, when you're actually in the middle of a point, are you thinking, oh, I got to flip it over to go the other way so that I can evenly wear my strings out? Well, that's a little too over the top here, and we can't be thinking about those things. If I were you, I would just kind of be like Fed and just commit to the one side or whatever side you have that's comfortable in your hand and strike it that way. Because, uneven wear it's going to happen. just because, and we know it's going to happen, but it's better to have uneven wear than it is to basically go crazy over some strings there. That's going to eventually wear out anyways. So just kind of, I would just take it out of your head and just play a little tennis and, you know, be happy with it. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. So control the OCD that you can control, like by here, and just play your game. All right. That's my advice. All right. Thank you, Wade, again for that question. Hopefully I've put you a little bit more at ease about the strings, and you're not the only one that is very, is meticulous about, wear and feel. We all kind of are. All right. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. All right, guys, are you looking for a coach, a pro? I know it's been super difficult looking for somebody out there to teach you. I'm in the game myself, and it's super difficult to find somebody to, teach you, somebody to hit with. We know that the number one reason why people give up the game is because they can't find anybody to play with. And now you can't find anybody to teach you. Well, this is where Play Your Court is going to give you a hand. All right. Check out Play Your Court. They have professionals. They have hitting partners. They even help you set up a game. The resources are there for you to keep you in the game of tennis. Go to playyourcourt.com/tennis spin and get your own personal discount from me. Link is below. Stay in the game, guys.